Hello aspirants, this is me Yasmin Gill presenting to you the PIB highlights of 25th of December. So before we move on, let's wish you great festival today. So it is Christmas, so wish you a very Merry Christmas and hope you're doing well with your festival and you're enjoying it too. So let's begin. So before we move on, as you know, it's 25th and we have 900 reviews today, and if you wish to rate and review, and how can you do so? Go on an academy's website, search PIB December. You'll come across various courses. Click on the course that you wish to rate and review, and once you click on it, under review section, you can write a review as well as give star ratings. So luckily we have very less updates today due to festival, and there'll be very less additions from my side too. So let's begin. Firstly, under culture section mainly, we have the importance of this day today. So 25th December is the birth anniversary of two famous people. One is Mahamana Madan Mohan Malviya ji, and the second one is Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who was the former Prime Minister of India. So Madan Mohan Malviya ji is also commonly referred to as Mahamana. This is one thing. Second thing is you need to remember who both personalities' birthdays fall on this particular date, that is Christmas or 25th of December. And another small fact, not that relevant, is that Mahamana Madan Mohan Malviya Cancer Center is located at BHU in Varanasi. Next, under economic section, we have certain random collections. So Prime Minister has pointed out towards the informalization of economy and the informal or the unorganized sector that exists simultaneously to a formal sector. So why this is a hindrance? Because see, right now we are promoting manufacturing as the growth taker of our economy. So if we want our economy to grow sustainably, we are actually promoting manufacturing, because that will be absorbing most of the jobs, even from the agriculture sector, even otherwise too, it will be absorbing a lot of jobs, because it is it's a very employment intensive sector, right? But the problem with manufacturing and promotion of Make in India is that much of our economy is still unorganized, it is still informal. An informal economy doesn't contribute properly to manufacturing. Why? Because in informal sector, labor productivity is very less. And why? See, because they are not paid well. Mostly these people are paid in cash. In informal sector, mostly they are paid in cash. They do not have any job security, plus the amount that they are paid in cash also, it keeps on varying. So it depends upon the employer. He has no hard and fast rule. There are no set of rules. There are no safety regulations also with regard to machines, etc. There are no safety regulations. Plus, there is no insurance, or what you may call as social security benefits. There is no insurance facility. There is no health facility, etc. So overall, all these factors combine together to actually decrease the labor productivity, and hence the push that India is trying to achieve via Make in India, it won't be that great if you actually do not make this informal sector a part of formal sector. So Prime Minister has rightly connected this particular thing, that is informal sector, with demonetization. So what he says is that because now demonetization, people will be, or the employers would be paying in not in cash but via directly into their bank accounts, and by this way the people who are paid less in informal sector, so they'll be getting their exact amount of payments. So rest, it depends on how the things work out at the ground level, whether this thing or this assumption would be right or wrong. It depends on the ground level realities. But otherwise his basic assumption is that they'll be paid well in case the demonetization works well and people shift to cashless. Certain other factors include World Investment Report by UNCTAD, which is obviously a agency of UN. And India's position this year was third in a particular category, not in the overall report, in a particular category, which was top prospective host economies. Other than that, we have Global Competitiveness Report, which is by World Economic Forum. And lastly, we have Logistics Performance Index. This is by World Bank. Next, under textile sector, we have two initiatives. One is JUTE Smart. So JUTE Smart is nothing but an online portal for procurement of jute bags, etc. So we know that state procurement agencies, they need jute bags, etc., particularly for the food grain packaging and all. So this is an online portal to help that thing. Second one, integrated skill development scheme. Evident from the name itself, the only thing you need to remember here is that just from the name of the scheme, you must know that this scheme falls under textile sector. So that is the whole issue. Otherwise, it's very obvious that this is for skill development. It's a demand-driven scheme. Next, under science and tech, we have a very small topic, which is USSD and Feature Phones. So why this is important? This is important in context of demonetization again. This term has been used quite many times. It was also mentioned in many newspapers, and just to quote one of the articles as mentioned in the last link or the last bullet point, it's an article from Economic Times. So you have to understand basically what USSD and Feature Phones means. So if we come firstly to USSD, USSD stands for Unstructured Supplementary Service Data. So simply speaking, just like you send an SMS from one cell phone to another cell phone, it works the same way. The only difference which USSD has from an SMS is that it is more real time, and it can be used for transactions. It can be used for banking transactions. So why do we need a separate USSD, a separate service data, unstructured supplementary service data just to make a transaction? See, what happens is some people buy smartphones, some people do not have smartphones at all, right? We also did it yesterday when we did SBI's detailed account, which says that smartphone penetration is very less in our country. So in case people who are not able to afford or who are not willing to pay that much for a smartphone, they have ordinary phones in their hands, right? From which they can send text messages as well as they can make calling. Now, in order to have a midway path between these two extreme ends, that is neither a smartphone nor an ordinary phone, hereby we have in middle a feature phone. So feature phone is something which is less costly. It offers certain of the benefits of smartphones, but it is not completely an ordinary phone. It is somewhat above ordinary phone, and the most important issue is that it can help in digital transactions. So what it does is, feature phones has this feature of USSD, whereby you can send a text message. So via the text message you will get in a real time you'll get connected to the service provider, for example say banking sector, and then you can make a transaction. So you need not buy a smartphone. So that is the whole idea. You can go about it, you can go and learn all about this from this particular text given. It is the same which I dictated right now. So that's it for today, and also we'll come to certain MCQs which are right now being continued in the MCQ section. So this was the MCQs. These are 3 MCQs from today morning's lecture. So which among them is correct? A, sea cucumbers is a sea animal. B, sea stars are sea animals. C, sea urchins are plants found in ocean waters. So at times, see, firstly environment is important, and secondly such questions which are very tricky sort of things, they usually come and they are usually asked in paper. So therefore just focus on this. And the second one, which among them is true? A, Ramanujan was a famous Indian mathematician. B, taxi cab numbers are attributed to Ramanujan. C, Sastra Ramanujan Prize has been founded by Sastra University in Thanjavur, Tamil Nadu. So see, why this is important was because a few time back, a lesser of time back, we had the presentation of Sastra Ramanujan Prize. So just in that case, Ramanujan becomes important. And in the previous question, why this was important is, see, recently certain pictures were taken of the Antarctic Ocean sea floor. So thereby these species were found. So you have to know about who these species were or are, because the only ones, you need not remember all the species. Why these are important is because they are tricky sort of things. And the third question here is, the topic for this was this should not have been there. Where are casinos legal in India? The topic should have been which among them is true. I corrected the same in the MCQ. So now you have to tell me which of the following is true. Why this was important? Because yesterday even in PIB we did that Prime Minister mentioned about the role of spot exchanges and role of stock exchanges in India. So in that context, the options asked are: A, futures are contracts for commodity trading only. B, FMC, that regulated commodity markets, was a statutory body. C, there is a single national commodity exchange in India. D, spot exchanges refer to electronic trading platforms. And E, spot exchanges are based on compulsorily delivery contracts. So this is the whole question, and this is not related at all to casinos. This was a copy back from the previous version. So I corrected it in the MCQ. Hereby I correct you again. The question asked here was which among the following is true. So in case you want to follow the MCQ course, just enroll for it. So you can search, you can go on Unacademy, and in the search portal you can actually type PIB MCQs. Once you type, you'll come across courses, various courses of various months. We have course for October, November as well as December. So whichever course you open, you can enroll from the top right corner while clicking on it. So that's it for the day, and if you like the initiative, don't forget to rate and review it. Thank you so much.